Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Kaba Ilco 7185 CB1-04. This is an 1.1" mortise cylinder from Kaba Ilco, and that's what the that's actually what the 7185 stands for. Stands for 1.1". The CB1 means that it is a Corbin 67 key blank. Factory original type key that's here. Okay. The 04 naturally is going to stand for the finish, which is a satin brass. I'm going to pull that up in here right now and show that back to you. 04, satin brass or 606 finish. Okay. Now, let's back up. 7185. Let's dissect the part where it means 1.1". That's measured from the back side, underside of the cylinder to the back of the cam. That's 1.1". The CB is the Corbin 67 key blank. Here we go. Very smooth operation on these Kaba Ilco cylinders because you're dealing with solid brass housings, or solid brass cylinder housings, solid brass cylinder plugs. Very smooth operation. The 1 after the CB means you're going to get the standard cam. That's a standard cam. If it was a CB2, it would be a different cam, which happens to be Adams Right, and then other cams as well. CB1, or 1, is going to be that standard cam. It's also known as the 863G cam from Kaba Ilco. And then again, the 04 is the finish. Now, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the brass cylinder catalog, and that will allow you to review all items mortise cylinder related, meaning you can see just exactly how extensive the Kaba Ilco line goes as it pertains to mortise cylinders. Every conceivable length, tailpiece, finish, keyway, not every conceivable, but most, lots of different options. Then on top of all of that, they can provide keying to whatever requirements you might have. This happens to be what would be called a KA2. You can see on the box there at the end. So if you were to order these in multiples of 2, you'll get multiples of 2 that are keyed alike. So 2 would be keyed to this way, to this key. So if you ordered 6, you're going to get 3 groups of 2 that are keyed alike, but each of those 3 groups are keyed differently from each other. Okay, now where are you going to use this cylinder? 1.1", very common for lots of things. Cylinder bypass or cylinder cutoffs and key switches and exit devices. 1.1" might be very appropriate for a mortise lock, especially a very old mortise lock that would utilize a standard cam. Nothing really current that I can think of. Well, that's not true, but not many mortise locks are going to use a standard cam, so be careful of that. But a standard cam is just a regular cam that you're going to see in key switches. Auxiliary types of hardware, just shutoffs, things of that nature. The fact that you're dealing with satin brass obviously means you have some sort of finished hardware that it's likely going into, very likely an exit device, very likely potentially a mortise lock, things of that nature. The satin brass finish tells us that it's probably not going just onto an aluminum storefront door because the finish would be odd for that. The length would be a little long for that unless you had a cylinder collar, and the tailpiece would probably not be correct at all. But anyway, you can detail all of that together. So you'll see it in those types of applications. Finally, on that link to the manufacturer's page, you can pull up not only the brass cylinder catalog that will show you all of the different mortise cylinders, but of course rim cylinders, key and knob, key and lever, deadbolt, universal type cylinders, and then a whole comprehensive line of low profile deadbolts. Those, I think, are the Kaba Ilco secret weapon because they are built on mortise cylinder, mortise thumb turn sorts of items so that you can do a lot of different keyways. They're very low profile. They don't project off the face of the door very much. They even have a 2-inch backset, which is really handy if you're doing some custom wood doors. You've got 3-inch styles or 3.5-inch styles. Kaba Ilco's got that 2-inch latch bolt. Finally, on that manufacturer's page, you're going to bump into a lot of other very helpful resources. The ones I like the most are the big one, the key blank catalog. Everything as it pertains to Kaba Ilco key blanks, and if you know Kaba Ilco, you probably know them as a key blank manufacturer. You probably see their name all the time. I also like the storefront hardware catalog link. Storefront hardware is a relatively new line from Kaba Ilco. a very smart, fresh, high quality approach to storefront hardware, latches, deadbolts, hook bolts, paddles, things of that nature. If you have any questions on the Kaba Ilco 7185 CB1 in an 04 finish or any other Kaba Ilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.